Good morning, everyone, and happy Friday. And since it's Friday, I have another joke for you guys, and it goes with dogs, since our book is Because of Winn-Dixie, and it's all about a dog. Alright, so here it is. What kind of dog loves to take a shower? What kind of dog loves to take a shower? Think about it. Alright, here's the answer. The kind of dog that loves to take a shower is a shampoodle. Alright, there is our joke for the day. Please, if you have a joke as well, maybe you have a joke about dogs or just a joke that you would like to share in general, put it in the comments below because I love when you guys share your jokes with me. In the meantime, we are going to get started with chapter 10 of Because of Winn-Dixie. So go ahead, get out your books, and turn to chapter 10, which is on page 67. Alright, while you're turning, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a recap, which means we're going to go over what we read yesterday briefly. Alright, so yesterday we met yet another new character. This week has been all about meeting new characters. And our new character's name is Gloria Dump. And remember, the two brothers that were kind of being mean to Opal and saying that she was a witch, were following Opal on their bikes, kind of hollering at her, which was one of our vocabulary words, which means to shout or yell across. Because when Dixie got in her yard and they were afraid that she was going to eat him. But did she? No, she didn't. Alright, so chapter 10, we're still at Gloria's house, but remember, Opal is about to tell Gloria her story, so which means she's going to tell her more about her life. Alright, so here we go, chapter 10. I told Gloria Dump everything. I told her how me and the preacher had just moved to Naomi and how I had to leave all my friends behind. I told her about my mama leaving, and I listed out the 10 things that I knew about her. And I explained that here in Naomi, I missed my mama more than I ever had in Watley. I told her about the preacher being like a turtle, hiding all the time inside his shell. I told her about finding Winn-Dixie in the produce department and how, because of him, I became friends with Miss Franny Block and got a job working for a man named Otis at Gertrude's Pets and got invited to Sweetie Pie Thomas's birthday party. I even told Gloria Dump how Dunlap and Stevie Dewberry called her a witch. But I told her they were stupid, mean, bald-headed boys, and I didn't believe them, not for long anyhow. And the whole time I was talking, Gloria Dump was listening. She was nodding her head and smiling and frowning and saying, and is that right? I could feel her listening with all her heart, and it felt good. You know what? She said when I was all done. What? Could be that you got more of your mama in you than just red hair and freckles and running fast? Really? I said. Like what? Like maybe you got her green thumb. The two of us could plant something and see how it grows. Test your thumb out. Okay, I said. What Gloria Dump picked for me to grow was a tree. Or she said it was a tree. To me, it looked more like a plant. She had me dig a hole for it and put it in the ground and pat the dirt around it tight, like it was a baby and I was tucking it into bed. What kind of tree is it? I asked Gloria Dump. It's a wait and see tree, she said. What's that mean? It means you gotta wait for it to grow up before you know what it is. Can I come back and see it tomorrow? I asked. Child, she said, as long as this is in my garden, you're welcome in it. But that tree ain't going to have changed much by tomorrow. But I want to see you too, I said. Said Gloria Dump. I ain't going nowhere. I be right here." I woke Winn-Dixie up then. He had peanut butter in his whiskers, and he kept yawning and stretching. He licked Gloria Dump's hand before we left, and I thanked her. That night, when the preacher was tucking me into bed, I told him how I got a job at Gertrude's Pets, and I told him all about making friends with Miss Franny Block and getting invited to Sweetie Pie's party, and I told him about meeting Gloria Dump. Winn-Dixie lay on the floor, waiting for the preacher to leave so he could hop up on the bed like he always did. When I was done talking, the preacher kissed me goodnight, and then he leaned way over and gave Winn-Dixie a kiss too, right on top of his head. "You can go ahead and get up there now," he said to Winn-Dixie. Winn-Dixie looked at the preacher. He didn't smile at him, but he opened his mouth wide like he was laughing, like the preacher had just told him the funniest joke in the world. And this is what amazed me the most. The preacher laughed back. Winn-Dixie hopped up on the bed, and the preacher got up and turned out the light. I leaned over and kissed Winn-Dixie too, right on the nose, but he didn't notice. He was already asleep and snoring. Alright, that is chapter 10 of Because of Winn-Dixie. We don't have any vocabulary words that go with this chapter, so we'll wait to do those next week. In the meantime, something that you can do, it's not for a grade, but if it's something that you would like to do, is we could do the 3-picture cartoons, alright? So what I would like you to do is, in chapter 10, Gloria and Opal decided to plant a tree. And they said it was a wait and see kind of tree because they had to wait for it to grow to see what it actually was. What you can do is make a 3-picture cartoon. Make sure you have a sentence with each one. Alright? And what I would like you to create your cartoon about is that tree. So maybe your first picture will be about Gloria and Opal planting the tree. Alright? So your sentence could say, Gloria and Opal are planting the wait and see tree. And then maybe you could say, maybe like 6 months later they come and check on the tree and it's maybe like this big. Alright? And then maybe your last one's like quite a few years later, because trees take a very long time to grow. And maybe the tree is all grown up and you can decide what the tree looks like. Alright? That's just an idea for something for you to do. It's not a requirement, but it's just a fun activity that you can do that goes along with our book. In the meantime, chapters 6 through 10 are what we read this week. So today, your questions that go along with chapters 6 through 10 are due. Alright, so we only have 8, 9, and 10 left. Yep, 8, 9, and 10 left for the 3 questions. So those are the 3 questions that go along with chapter 10 today. Alright, so again, you have questions 8, 9, and 10 that go with today's chapter. And if you've been doing it all this week, then you only have 3 questions left and then you're done. But if you've waited until today, then you just have 10 questions to answer. Make sure you have page numbers that go with your answers. That way I know where you found them in the text. As well as make sure that they're complete thoughts and that you have detail. Alright? So for example, if I were to answer, why is Opal so happy at the end of chapter 8, which is number 4, and I just said, because that's how she felt, that doesn't give me any detail. Alright? So I want to know why. Alright, you have to tell me why, so give me a specific reason and tell me the page number as to where you found it, okay? Alright, so that is due today for reading. And then just a reminder, your writing assignment, the final draft of the 10 Things About Me, which went along with our book, is also due today, alright? And then I hope to get those graded over the weekend, and they should be on your weekly evaluations by Tuesday. Same as the chapters 6 through 10 questions, alright? And if you have any questions over the weekend, just message me and Mrs. Pergram, and we will try to get back to you as soon as we can. Other than that, you guys enjoy your weekend, and I will see you Monday.